Hi, welcome to the demo of the topic using OData services, how to create, read, update, delete price components of a customer contract document in SAP Business ByDesign. So in a given customer contract, there are certain price components that can be added at the document. For example, here we can see that customer could add a overall discount, freight at the document level, restocking fee, and certain kind of surcharges, up to 5 surcharges at the document level. Similarly, customer could add uh, certain price components at the item level, for example, like a product discount or list price, surcharge, quality loss fee, different kind of surcharges, warranty, working condition, goodwill percentage, and a lot more. To enable the create, read, update, delete of a price components using OData services, user has to first create a custom OData service that can be done by navigating to application user management workcenter OData services, go to custom OData services, create a new OData service. Here we would enter the custom name of the OData service, click on save and open, which saves the custom OData service. Here, enter the work center, which the OData service should select the relevant work center, in this case, CRM contracts, and make sure you select the business object, in this case, a customer contracts business object, and the node would be root node. Select the root node and click on OK. Now we are creating a root node is selected. Select the root node and select the relevant fields. For the demo purpose, we want to filter the existing contract. So we would select an ID, and we want to influence the price components at the document level. For that, select the price and tax calculation, which creates a new separate collection. In this one, we would like to influence the document level price component, which is part of the operational price component. Select the operational price component, and here in this node we would like to change or create or delete a price component which is determined by the type code, and also we would like to enter the value of the price component, for example, price discounts a charge with a given currency, and it could be a percentage base. For that, we need to select the measure unit code, and user can select the rest of the relevant fields, but for the demo purpose these are sufficient. Now we would like to influence the item level price components as well. For that, you need to select the item, and here navigate to the operational price components association. To do so, you need to navigate to the operational item price components association, which creates a separate collection. Make sure you select the relevant fields of the rate structure. Similarly, the type code and the decimal value, currency code, and the type measure unit code. So after selecting these elements, make sure you click on save, and then after the successful save, click on activate, which creates a custom OData service ready to be used. To test it, you can open the URL. The service is ready to be consumed. We will test using Postman collection, and we are testing both net and gross pricing procedure of the contract and header and item price components of the customer contract. To do so, first we need to filter and perform the get operation on the contract, which is in this case 73. In the system, we can see the contract doesn't have a header and item price components, which we would like to create from the OData service. To do so, first we need to fire the get service call, which gets us the XCSRF token. As you could see, we collect that token, which will use it for further processing in the post call later on. And we also copy the object ID, which is nothing but the unique identifier of the contract. In the subsequent post calls, we make sure you use the token and also the object ID, which is nothing but the parent object ID of the price component, which because it's a subnode. Make sure you enter the relevant type codes like 007 for the overall discount, and 10% overall discount is created. We trigger the post call and it's successfully created. Now, let's take a look at in the system contract how the overall discount looks like. So it's successfully created in the system of 10% done. Now, to update the relevant overall discount, what we need is we need the unique identifier of the price component we just created. Make sure you it's collected in the relevant parameters which we're going to use it in update. As you could see, we use object ID which we just created, and that's the unique identifier because we want to influence and update it the 10% to 30% overall discount. Trigger the post service call, in this case put, so OData service call, and check the contract. The 10% should be updated to 30% overall discount. Perfect. Now moving on, we would like to delete the updated price component. To do so, we need to first get the updated unique identifier of the overall discount, in this case 007 30%. Copy the object ID because we would like to use this object ID to delete the price component. So trigger a delete call on the item level operational price component using the unique identifier and successfully delete it. So now if I check this in the document, overall discount is successfully deleted. Perfect. Now moving on, I can also create a header level freight, and to do so I need to use the relevant type code, in this case 7PR8. We would like to create 10 USD freight at the document level. So it's successfully created. Similarly, I would like to perform update, delete operations of a freight, which can also be done just like the overall discount. And moving on, we would like to create other price components on the header like restocking fee, which is a 10% USD. Make sure you use the correct type codes. And we would like to create a absolute surcharge, in this case 10 USD surcharge, successfully created. Create a subsequent surcharges like second surcharge using type code 002 and the third surcharge using the type code 003 and successfully created, and the fourth surcharge using the type code 004 of 40 USD, successfully created, and similarly the fifth one. So now after the successful creation of all the price components at the document level, we can open the document in the system and check how it looks like in the UI. We can see that all the header level price component that we triggered a creation are created successfully. Now moving on to the item level price components, make sure you do a select of the item price components so that we can copy the item ID of the contract which we want to influence the and create the price components at the item level. Now to create such a price component, what we need to do is we have to copy the item ID of the contract and the relevant type codes and the percentage and trigger the creation. 10% of product discount is successfully created. Now let's take a look at the document, how it looks like, because at the item level, we should be able to see the product discount of 10%. Perfect. Now, we would like to update the our product discount that we just created. So for that, we need to get hold of the object ID of the price component which we just created and make sure we use the same. And we would like to update that using the same type code 7PR6 and to the 30%. So with this update, the 10% discount should be changed to the 30% discount. Yes, it is done. Now, what we would like to do is a deletion of it. To delete it, we need to get the successfully updated price component unique identifier. In this case, 7PR6 30% unique identifier object ID is the latest modified. Make sure you copy that and use that as a key while you're triggering the delete operation on the item object price component. Successfully deleted. So if I check in the system, item level discount should be deleted. Perfect. Now, what would I like to do is update or create a price component itself. In this case, 7PR1 is a price. Existing 100 USD, I would like to change it to 1000 USD. Trigger a modify, 7PR6 is modified to 1000 USD. So if I check in the document, I should be able to see that the price is been modified from 100 to 1000. So if the price doesn't exist, then it would create the price component. If it exists already, it would update the existing price component. Since the price was there already, it is updated. Similarly, you can delete the price component if you wish to. So now we could also trigger a modification of absolute surcharge, in this case using 7PR3, 10 USD. Yes, it's successfully created. And now we would also like to update the percentage based surcharge. Yes, which is 10%, successfully created as well. Similarly, I would like to create several other price components at the item level like quality loss fee. Make sure you enter the right type codes, and since it's an absolute value, it's 10 USD is entered. For a goodwill percent, make sure you enter the right type code as well as the percentage. Since it's a percentage, 10P1 is created. Similarly, warranty percentage, right type codes has to be entered along with the measure unit code SP1 created. Last one is the working conditions, type code, and the percentage based decimal value and measure unit code SP1 done. So now, if I go to the document, I should be able to see all the item level price component we just created, updated, and deleted. Perfect. So we see that the surcharge percentage of 10% is created and the value is calculated accordingly, and the surcharge absolute value is also 10 USD is created, goodwill percentage is created, warranty, quality loss fee, and working condition. All price component at the item level are modified as expected, as done in the OData services. So with this, what we can conclude is all the item level price components like goodwill, list price, everything that is available in the item level can be created, updated, deleted. Similarly, header level price components like overall discount fee, restocking fee, all such charges can be modified as well. So what we saw is that at the pricing procedure, what we used is net. We don't see that, so we will enable it via personalization with the field pricing in. So now let's take a look at gross pricing procedure. If I use this, how do I modify, create, update, delete the price components? To do so, we have a postman collection, and now you can go to the to create overall discount. You have to make sure you use the right type codes. In this case, we are using the type code as 1001, yeah, and with a percentage. And to create a freight at the document level, we using 8p, and create a restock, we are using the type code 8PRB, which is an up. And for the item level, we are using the relevant type codes. In this case, the gross pricing, gross product discount is with 8PR6 as the type code, and the list price is 8PR1 as a type code. For surcharge, it is 8PR3, and for the surcharge percentage is 8PR2, and for the quality loss fee is 8PRA. Similarly, the working condition, the type code that we have used is 8PR7. With this, we can conclude that using OData services, we can create, update, delete price components.